Okay, folks, morning and welcome to the briefing on Tuesday the 20th. It's another hot day and hopefully another good one. Interesting forecasts and sort of variable from different sources. This is the overnight chart, and you can see the high pressure still here, 1028, 1020 here. And as we go through the day, what's beginning to develop is a heat low. The pressure drops quite noticeably, becomes more unstable, and the dew points go down, and hence you get high cloud bases, and this is where the potential for the occasional or thunderstorms are lurking. So projects down to 2019 there, and again you can see in here the isobars well spaced. Winds will just be variable in there, no sort of regular direction I think today. TAFs, well, slightly more than that, sort of just single short line, variable 4 knots from Farnborough, Cav OK for part of the day, and then from 2 o'clock onwards till 4, potential for 3,500 meters, thunderstorms and rain, CBs at 4,500 feet. I think this is tempo means just isolated. Gatwick's giving prob 30 of this, which is a little bit more, and it seems to be more of the east part of the country's has the risk of a thunderstorm. To the west it doesn't. Yesterday there were 1 or 2 very isolated ones around South London, Kent area, but nothing much. And I think today hopefully will be similar around us and to the west of us. Winds, flying heights, well, just variable in here. 355 knots. There is at the moment a little bit of a northwesterly drift. I think we might see a bit of a southerly drift later in the day, but not much, a couple of knots. SatPic shows little bits of cloud just fizzling out here. These look like sort of the tail end of overnight thunderstorms. You could see them in the distance in the Midlands when I was driving in this morning. Definitely more unstable air to the east of the country, slightly better to the west. So temperature wise, various different models, but I think you're looking at 30, 31 today. I have heard the Sky was saying sort of 32 on the telly this morning. BBC is suggesting 29, so anywhere around there are the numbers you want to play with. Dew points are around 16 at the moment, and with that developing heat low, they will go down. So you can see there's a large temperature dew point split today, so cloud base, when it does appear, will be fairly high. Playing with the soundings, this is round here for mid to late afternoon. You can see small inversion here, but just plugging in (28 degrees), you're looking at probably cloud base around 5,000 feet. 29, 30, you could see 5,500, 6,000 feet cloud base around here. It's unstable up through here, as you can see. So the further east you look at these ascents, the less of an inversion there is, and the more chance it's going to get really unstable and go to 30,000 feet. Further north and west looks even better. That's sort of 29 degrees, and cloud base could be up around 6,000 feet above sea level, maybe even more, in the sort of Cotswolds area. And again, unstable in the mid-levels, but less of a chance of thunderstorms. And I had a quick look at both the Camborne and Hurstmonceux ascents, just to get an idea and a feel for when soaring might start. And this here is the inversion that's sat at low level at Camborne. It looks very similar at Hurstmonceux. It's going to require sort of 25, 26 degrees to even crack it, and it's 27 to get sensible thermals. So it's going to take quite a while to actually get going, but when it does, it's pretty unstable up to about 2,000, 2,500 meters with a small inversion here. So when it does pop and get going, it will be pretty good. It might not be until sort of 2 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe a bit before that. I'll keep an eye on the temperatures, but hopefully it gets going fairly quickly. Top Meteo, they've got a slightly different take on things for today, which is that it's going to sort of get going by 12 o'clock, and their model starts to show showers from the get-go, really. But cloud base, 14, 15, 1,800 meters out to the west of us. And it stays like that for most of the day. I think this line of showers here will be much, much further east, if at all, that active. I think the modelling from GFS just shows slightly different to what the Met Office and other sources are actually telling us. So I think far less shower activity, probably to the east of us, hopefully, and to the west of us, cloud base anywhere between sort of 17 and 1,900 meters, so in excess of 5,000 feet. And cloud amounts, they're forecasting less than yesterday, but I don't see why it's going to be any less. I think we'll sort of see 2 to 3/8 cumulus in this area here. Move these showers further east, which is I suspect where they're going to be, and we've got quite a good area out to the west and north of us, and that's pretty much where Top Meteo is suggesting to head. So that's their predicted distance. I think it's limited slightly by the fact it's a slightly later start for long distances, but when it does get going, it is going to be pretty good. As I say, the Farnborough are suggesting an isolated shower this afternoon in the vicinity, so I think we'd be unlucky if we catch one. Right, so good day, going to be hot, plenty of water, sunblock, hat at the launch point, and don't get dehydrated. Airspace wise, very little. The Salisbury plane UAV out of Keevil, the tempo danger area, active from 10 till 5:30 this evening, up to 3,500 feet. And again, if you can get a crossing service from that, if you are going across that way, let me know. Apart from that, as you can see, very, very quiet airspace wise around the whole of the country. These are all paragliding in Wales, so nothing else particularly going on. Gliding comps about, there's Husbos, Club Class Nationals and a regional, so lots of gliders around. If you looked on Spot the Glider yesterday, you can see the map was covered. I suspect their task will be out to the west and then south a bit today, away from the showers or possible showers. Movements, nothing that I know of. No flight plans filed, and we're going to set up on 27, just go downhill. The wind's going to be all over the place, folks, but we might occasionally have a tailwind, but I think that's the best option for today with this temperature. So start getting the kit out and we will see you out there.